Jurlitt. Batting second in center field, Lexi Leuenberger. Hitting third at second base is Shelby Stahlberger. Batting fourth in left field, Maddie Eady. Hitting fifth in right field, Tess Olinger. Hitting sixth at first base is Leighton Eady. Hitting seventh, the designated player, Riley Hubke. Hitting eighth, the catcher, Lauren Eggert. And batting ninth at third base, Riley Monteith, with Annika Vanderkroll in the pitcher flex position, number 10 tonight. Thea Meyer in the circle. 3-3 on the season, a 5.25 ERA. Opponents hitting .302 against her. You will put the ball in play against her. 36 innings, 49 hits, 27 earned runs, 6 walks, 12 strikeouts. A low number of walks and strikeouts means that you will put the ball in play against her, but she's always going to be around the plate as well. Peyton Jurlid will lead things off, hitting .467 with 2 triples on the season, and she will look at a strike, 0-1. Frank Olson calling the balls and strikes, and Bob Camp working the base pass here this evening. We'll set the Indian defense here momentarily. Jurlid, the slap hitter from the left-hand side, and loops one over shortstop, but a running grab is made out in center field by Erica Johnson. The center fielder angled over into shallow left center to record the put-out. 1 down here in the first inning. The batter is Lexi Leuenberger. The center fielder for Decorah is hitting .333 with a double and an RBI this season. Pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Katie Currents in left, Erica Johnson's in center, and Madison Snitker is in right. Kaylee Benzing at third, Allie Schwartz at short. Reagan Wasson at second, and Deanna Schlitter is at first. Ground ball right side and through, and a Lexi Leuenberger single with 1 out gives Decorah their first base runner of the night. Leuenberger at first with 1 down, and Shelby Stahlberger will be the batter. Stahlberger 2 for 4 in her return to softball last Tuesday night against Cresco. Changeup taken outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Bethany Stock is the catcher, and Thea Meyer in the circle for Joe O'Neill's squad here tonight. 1 ball, no strikes, the count. Runner at first and 1 down as Stahlberger ahead of a changeup. She fouls it off to the third base side, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Nice night. Clear sky, temperature very comfortable, and a bit of a breeze to blow the bugs away too. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. Leuenberger, the runner at first, pitch high from Meyer. It's 2 balls and 1 strike now. Both these teams come in struggling offensively. Decorah with a team batting average of .232. Waukon a team batting average of .237. 2-1, swung on a fly ball out to left center field, and that'll land in front of Johnson. Hustling up to second is Leuenberger, and she'll get there with a head-first slide. So the Vikes in business, first and second with 1 down here in the first inning. So Leuenberger, the runner at second, Stahlberger at first, and Maddie Eady will stand in.
At bat for the Vikings, number 2, Maddie Eady.
Eady, a .211 hitter thus far with an RBI. First pitch to Maddie goes low from Meyer. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Busy week for both these clubs. Decorah will be in action again Wednesday night at home against Waverly Shellrock, and will play 4 games at the Jessup tournament Friday and Saturday. Next pitch outside from Meyer, 2 balls and no strikes to count. Waukon will be home to Southwind tomorrow night and will host New Hampton Thursday before going to the Anamosa tournament on Saturday. 2-0 inside corner. Good movement on the offering from Meyer. It's taken for a strike. It's 2-1. First and second with 1 down. Here's a ground ball towards short. Fielded there by Schwartz. She'll go to third, and Kaylee Benzing to force Lexi Leuenberger. 6-5 on the force out, and there's 2 down here in the first inning. First and second, 2 down, and Tess Olinger will look for her first hit of the season. She's 0 for 3.
Fielder, number 4, Tess Olinger.
Olinger stands from the right-hand side of the plate against the right-hander Meyer. And the pitch swung on, popped up, foul right side. The first baseman Schlitter is under it, and she will make the catch in the first base coach's box. And that's that for the first inning. So no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left. We are 1/2 inning complete. It's Decorah nothing, and Waukon coming to bat. Waukon will bat this way. Leading off at shortstop is Allie Schwartz. Batting second at second base, Reagan Wasson. Hitting third at third base is Kaylee Benzing. Batting fourth, the catcher, Bethany Stock. Hitting fifth in right field, Madison Snitker. Hitting sixth in center field, Erica Johnson. Batting seventh in left field, Kylie Current. Hitting eighth at first base is Deanna Schlitter, and batting ninth, the designated player, Nicole Barrett. And that lineup will face Annika Vanderkroll, who is 1-2 on the season. The rest of the numbers actually have been pretty decent. Vanderkroll, a 2.58 ERA, and opponents only hitting 175 against her. 19 innings, 17 hits, 7 earned runs, 8 walks, 6 strikeouts. As we mentioned with Decorah, most of the issue has been overall run support. In the 5 games for Decorah, they have only scored 18 total runs to this point. And backing up that number, only 7 of those runs have had RBIs, so most of them have been coming off of opponent mistakes. Allie Schwartz will lead things off here in the bottom of the first inning, far and away the leading hitter in the early going for Waukon. She's a .481 hitter with 2 doubles, no triples, no home runs, and 3 RBIs. Maddie Eady in left, Lexi Leuenberger in center, and Tess Olinger in right for Decorah. Riley Monteith at third, Peyton Jurlet at short, Shelby Stahlberger at second, and Leighton Eady at first, with Lauren Eggert behind the plate and Annika Vanderkroll in the circle. First one inside to Allie Schwartz, and we're underway in the bottom of the first. 1 ball, no strikes on Schwartz. Next one, similar spot, similar result. 2 balls, no strikes. Vanderkroll, the senior. The 2-0 delivery swung on a fly ball towards right center field. After it is Leuenberger. It's over her head and against the fence. Schwartz will start the bottom of the first inning with a standing double. It's the 3rd double of the year for Allie Schwartz. And in the 10 games for Waukon, only their 6th extra base hit. Schwartz at second, nobody out. Reagan Wasson to the plate, a .308 hitter with 2 RBI. Decorah had 2 hits in the top of the first, but left both of them on as an off-speed offering from Vanderkroll is swung on and missed by Wasson. No balls and 1 strike. Wasson, a state qualifier in track in 3 events this year. As Wasson squares to bunt, bunts, throw it, runner goes, and taking third uncontested will be Schwartz. So it's no balls and 2 strikes to count on Wasson, with Kaylee Benzing waiting her turn on deck. No score, bottom of the first inning, but the Indians threatening. The 0-2 delivery, half swing right in front of the plate. Eggert will throw to the first base bag to get the out. Down the line from third comes Schwartz to score, and the Indians go up by a 1-0 margin. This early in the game, you can't fault Eggert for taking the sure out in that situation. If you don't throw down to first base, you perhaps set up the Indians for a big inning. This way, the bases are empty with 1 down, and Kaylee Benzing will stand in and look at the first one low from Vanderkroll. 1 ball, no strikes. Benzing at .222 with a double and 3 RBI. The 1-0 delivery at the letters, but high. 2 balls, no strikes on Kaylee Benzing. Just underway, a 1-0 lead for Waukon. The pitch outside corner for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Indians got their first conference win on Thursday night against Charles City. Decorah still looking for their first conference win. 2-1 high. 3 balls, 1 strike. The Vikings did defeat Key High to start the season, but have lost doubleheaders to New Hampton and Crestwood since. 3-1 delivery is low for ball 4. Runner at first, 1 down, 1 in for Bethany Stack. A .321 hitter with a double, no triples, no home runs, and 4 RBI. First one from Vanderkroll high and outside. 1 ball, no strikes. So Vanderkroll struggling to find the zone here early on. That's something that we're not used to seeing out of her. As you know, she's not a hard thrower, but she's usually right around it. As the pitch goes low, it's 2 balls, no strikes. Two and 0 the count. And the next pitch well outside. And now it's 3 balls, no strikes on Stack. Runner at first, 1 in and 1 down. And the pitch at the letters and for a strike. It's 3 balls and 1 strike on Stack. 1-0 Indians. Leadoff double by Schwartz as she stole third and came home on a Wasson groundout. 3-1 delivery right down Broadway taken for a strike, and it's 3 balls and 2 strikes now. Indians taking advantage of their scoring opportunity. Decorah did not in the top of the first. 3-2 low for ball 4. Back-to-back walks from Vanderkroll. Still only 1 out in the inning. And since Stock is the catcher, I believe there will be a courtesy runner here, and that will be Emily Hummel. Hummel runs at first for Stack. Benzing the runner at second. The batter is Madison Snitker, a 185 hitter with 1 RBI. 1-0 Waukon, bottom of the first inning. The pitch swung out, smacked into left center field, and that will be a base hit. Leuenberger has trouble coming up with it. Rounding third, coming to the plate is Benzing. She will score. Hamill moves to third, and as the throw goes through, Snitker will move up to second. It's a 2-0 lead for Waukon. So Benzing scores on the single to left center. Hamill moves to third. Snitker up to second on the throw. 2 runners in scoring position, 2 in, 1 down for Erica Johnson. Pitch taken low and outside. Johnson did square to bunt, but pulled the bat back to take the pitch outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Indians up by a 2-0 margin here early on. The 1-0 delivery well high again. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Vanderkroll ready, and the pitch outside. So Annika just having trouble finding the zone tonight. In 19 innings thus far, she had walked 8. Dangerously close to walking her third here as the pitch goes outside corner for a strike. It's now 3 balls and 1 strike. 2-0 walk on here in the bottom of the first inning. The 3-1 delivery swung on line drive, knocked down by Vanderkroll. She's going to shuffle over to first base to get the out at first. Hamill scores, trying to get to the plate is Snitker, and Edie's throw to Eggert results in a double play. Snitker tried to score after the ground out and ends up being the 3rd out of the inning. So Johnson retired 1-3. She'll get an RBI that scores Hamill. As the throw went to first base, Snitker came to the plate, but the throw from Leighton Edie to Lauren Eggert resulted in an out. And it's 3 runs, 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left. We head to the second inning. It's a 3-0 lead for Waukon. Leighton Eady, first ball swinging, rolls one back to Meyer, who throws over to first base to get the first out here in the top of the second inning, and the batter will be Riley Hubka. Hubka 1 for 11 with a double and an RBI thus far. She'll look at the first one from Meyer, a strike, nothing in one. Vikes had a opportunity, first and second, nobody out or rather one out in the first inning. Couldn't convert off it as Hubka flies one into right center field. Snitker and Johnson converging. Johnson takes control from her center field position and makes the catch for the second out of the inning. So 2 down and nobody on. And Lauren Eggert will stand in. She's a 125 hitter thus far. The Indians scoring 3 in the first inning. RBI groundouts by Waston and Johnson. An RBI single by Snitker. Ground ball to Schwartz and Schwartz. Schwartz throws over to first base. Dropping the ball was Schlitter, but she got control of it in time to record the out. And that's that for the second inning. 3 up, 3 down. Go the Vikes. 1.5 done. It is 3-0 Waukon. A 3-0 lead for Waukon as we play the bottom half of the second inning. Vanderkroll back to the circle for Decorah. She walked 2, gave up 2 hits and 3 runs in that first inning. It'll be the bottom third of the order for Waukon here in the second. Katie Current, Deanna Schlitter, and Nicole Barron. Peyton Jurla did warm up between innings, and now Ellie Shelton playing catch behind the Decorah dugout. Shelton was one of the throwers in the JV game tonight. Lizzie Hartman also saw some time there. Katie Current will start things here in the bottom of the second inning. Current, a 115 hitter with a triple on the season. A 3-0 lead for Waukon here in the bottom of the second inning. Vanderkroll ready. First offering goes low. It is 1 ball, no strikes on Current. 1-0. Swing and a miss on a drop ball on the inside edge. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Vanderkroll wheels and deals on the 1-1. Outside for 2 balls and 1 strike now on Katie Current. Two-1. Swung on a ground ball. Backhand stop made by Jurlet at short. She'll throw on to first base to retire Current. And the leadoff batter of the bottom of the second retired 6-3.
At the plate for the Indians.
1 down, nobody on for Deanna Schlitter. Dina is 0 for 8 on the campaign. And the first offering swung on and missed. Off-speed pitch, and Schlitter out in front. No balls, 1 strike. Nicole Barron waiting her turn in the on-deck circle. 0-1, similar pitch, swung on and missed. And Schlitter now trails in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Oh-2 from Vanderkroll, swung on and missed. And Vanderkroll gets her first strikeout of the night. So Schlitter retired on 3 pitches by Vanderkroll. 2 down, nobody on.
Number 3, Nicole.
And the left-hand hitting Nicole Barron, a slap hitter, will bat with 2 down and nobody on in the second inning of a 3-0 lead. Barron will look at a strike from Vanderkroll. No balls and 1 strike. Barron off to a 188 start offensively. 0-1, bunted foul on a slap bunt attempt by Barron as it rolled towards the third base dugout occupied by Decorah, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. A 3 spot in the first inning for Waukon has given them a 3-0 lead. Bunt in the air, third base side, and a running grab is made in fair territory by Riley Monteith at third. And a quiet second inning for Waukon. 3 up, 3 down. To the third inning we go. It's 3-0 Waukon. Indians get a 3 spot in the first inning. It's held up through 2. Hits are even at 2. It's been an errorless game to this point, but Waukon leading the stamp. That counts by a 3-0 margin. Thea Meyer looking for her 4th win in the circle this year. She has 3 of the 4 pitching wins for Waukon. Through 2 innings, she has given up 2 hits, hasn't walked or struck out anybody. But she had very low totals in that category coming in. Only 6 walks and 12 strikeouts in her 36 innings to this point. The pitch in there for a strike to Riley Monteith, who is 0 for 8 on the season to this point. No balls and 1 strike to count. And the next pitch outside edge taken for strike 2, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. Only 1 other conference game tonight. That's New Hampton at Waverly Shellrock. Waverly Shellrock undefeated in league play, 4-0, 9-1 overall. And the pitch swung on and missed. A good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Monteith, and Meyer gets her first strikeout of the night. 1 down, nobody on. And Peyton Jurlid starts the second trip around the Decorah batting order. She hit one well out to left center field, but it was run down by Erica Johnson in the first inning. As Meyer throws on the outside edge for a strike, it's 0-1. Infield up at all 4 spots in the slap hitting defense against Jurlid as the pitch goes outside. 1 ball, 1 strike count. We'll see if the Viking hitters can't figure out anything this time around the order against Meyer, as that one slapped foul. Rolling towards the first base walk-on dugout. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Meyer ready, 1-2. Ground ball right side, picked up at second by Wasson, on to first base and Schlitter. And that's the second out of the inning. So 2 down and nobody on for Lexi Leuenberger, who got a single to right her first time up.
Lexi Leuenberger.
Leuenberger off to a pretty good offensive start. Came in at .333 on the season. As the first pitch in there for a strike, it's 0-1. So ever since that first and second 1-out situation in the first inning, Meyer has settled down and now retired 7 in a row. Next pitch outside corner for a strike, and it's now no balls and 2 strikes on Lexi Leuenberger. 0-2 with 2 down. The 0-2 delivery off the end of the bat, foul first base side and behind home plate, so we'll do it again at no balls, 2 strikes. Lights starting to take effect here at the Indian Softball Diamond, a field that they've made a ton of improvements at over the last 5-10 years. 0-2 delivery, high and outside for 1 ball, 2 strikes. Big black screen behind us here because this field actually faces west. And when you play games at 5:30, 6 o'clock at night, makes defense a little bit of an adventure, or it did back in the day, as the pitch goes inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. New dugouts, press box, and permanent seating over here at Waukon as well. They've really done a nice job, and they still have the natural hillside seating over here as well. Deuce is wild on Lexi Leuenberger. 3-0 Waukon here in the top of the 3rd inning, and the pitch swung on and fouled. First base side on the ground. So the count stays put at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hits are even at 2. Errorless game. Waukon leads the stat. That counts 3-0. Swing and a foul tip into the glove of Bethany Stock behind the plate. A strikeout of Leuenberger. And that's that here in the 3rd. Another 3-up, 3-down inning. To the bottom of the 3rd we go. It's a 3-0 lead for Waukon. Bottom of the 3rd inning we go. It's a busy week of broadcasting here on AM 1240 KDEC and at KDECradio.com. Tomorrow night we'll head to Owine for Northeast Iowa Conference Baseball. Decorah will take on Owine. We'll have the first game beginning at 5:30, second game to follow on AM 1240 KDEC and at KDECradio.com. Then Wednesday night we'll have game 1 of the baseball doubleheader between Decorah and Waterloo East. Game 2 that night will be the varsity game in softball between Decorah and Waverly Shellrock. We'll start our evening that night at 5:30. We'll have the night off on Thursday night, and then Friday night these two schools will get together on the baseball field over at Olenzak Field in Decorah, and that'll be a 7:20 start time for that one. Allie Schwartz starts things here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, and the first pitch is low and inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Schwartz doubled and scored in the 1st inning. Indians got 3 in that inning, and it's held up to this point. Next pitch high. 2 balls and no strikes to count. 2-0 swung on and a pop-up foul down the right field side, out of play. Stahlberger, Olinger, and Edie were all converging, but it lands near the fence. An okay amount of foul territory all the way up the line. Here at Waukon. Seemingly about the same amount of foul territory from left field, curving all the way down to right field. Momentary delay in the game as Bob Camp, the base umpire, had something in his eye or in his contact as the pitch goes low from Vanderkrol. It's 3 balls, 1 strike on Schwartz, who has one of the 2 hits off of Vanderkrol to this point. 3-1, and Annika delivers, and the pitch low and inside for ball 4. Vanderkrol walks her 3rd batter.
Stepping up to the plate.
That ends a string of 4 in a row retired by Vanderkrol. Runner at first and nobody out for Reagan Wasson, who had an RBI ground out in the 1st inning. The RBI was her 3rd of the season as Vanderkrol gets the first one over. For a strike taken on the outside edge. No balls, 1 strike. Oh, 1 bunted and it goes foul. So it's no balls and 2 strikes. She tried to bunt a rise ball. The ball was over her head. And in a sacrifice situation like that, you got to have the discipline to be willing to accept that ball if the pitcher is going to give it to you. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch swung on, popped up on the infield, and a running grab is made by Jurlid at short, throws to first base, and a double play. Jurlid made the catch near the pitching circle and threw on to first base and doubled up Schwartz. 2 down, nobody on in the 3rd inning.
At the plate, number 7, Kaylee Benzing.
2 down, nobody on for Kaylee Benzing, who walked in the 1st as the pitch goes low. 1 ball, no strikes. Three-0 walk-on here on the bottom of the 3rd inning. 1-0 delivery sails high for 2 balls and no strikes to count. Two-0 delivery, outside edge for a strike from Vanderkrol. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Hits are even at 2, but Vanderkrol has walked 3 batters. Pitch ground ball towards second, backhand stop by Stahlberger on to first base and Edie. And the side is out here in the 3rd inning. Nothing across for the Indians. We go to the 4th. It's 3-0 walk on. A 3-0 score as we go to the 4th inning. Thea Meyer has retired 8 in a row since creating a 1st and 2nd 1-out situation in the 1st. Indians were able to capitalize with 3 runs in the 1st inning, and it's held up to this point. Hitters 3, 4, and 5 due for Decorah. Shelby Stahlberger, Maddie Edie, and Tess Olinger. Stahlberger singled to left her first time up in the 1st, 1 for 1. Stahlberger with one of the 2 hits for Decorah, and she is now 3 for 5 since coming back to softball after soccer. Pitch a strike, 0-1. Meyer ready, 0-1. Low and inside for 1 ball, 1 strike. We've talked about the Vikings' struggles offensively, only hitting .232 coming in. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. 1-1 delivery, ground ball towards third. Booted there at third by Benzing. Stahlberger will reach on the game's first error. Stahlberger at first, nobody out. And Matty Eady will be the batter. That's the first time in 4 frames that the Vikings have gotten their leadoff runner on. Eady bounced into a fielder's choice in the first inning. She squares to bunt and bunts foul. Up the first base side, no balls and 1 strike to count. The runner at first is Stahlberger. Meyer winds up and delivers, and a looper towards second. It's caught there by Wasson. Throw to first base and a double play. Eady hit one off the end of the bat. Wasson was playing up in a bunt defense. Wasson caught it, and Stahlberger erased from the base pass. So, runner at first, and nobody out. Becomes 2 down and nobody on, and Tess Olinger stands in for Decorah. She fouled out to first to end the first, and she'll look at a strike, 0-1. Each team with a defensive double play now tonight. The 0-1 delivery, swinging a foul. And it's no balls and 2 strikes now. The 3 spot in the first inning has held up for Waukon. They lead it 3-0. The 0-2 delivery, swing and a miss. It's dropped by the catcher Stock. She'll pick it up and throw to first base. Making the put out there is Schlitter as she controls it a step ahead of Olinger, who was hustling down the line. No runs, no hits, 1 error, nobody left. We're halfway home in this conference game in Waukon tonight. Decorah trails Waukon 3-0. Thea Meyer for Waukon, tossing a 2-hit shutout through 4. Indians with RBIs in the first inning from Reagan Wasson, Madison Snitker, and Erica Johnson. A 3-0 lead for Waukon. Bethany Stock, who walked in the first inning, will be the batter to start the bottom of the 4th inning. After walking, Stock's courtesy runner Emily Hamill came home. Vandekroll has walked 3, 2 of them came back home. Here's a roller right back to the circle, and Vandekroll, who stumbles a bit but gets up and throws overhand to first base, and Eady in plenty of time for the first out here in the 4th inning. 1 down, nobody on for Madison Snitker, who singled to left in the first, 1 for 1. One of 2 hits against Vandekroll to this point. Ground ball towards third. Riley Monteith to her left, picks it up and throws over to first base. 2 up, 2 down on 2 pitches here in the 4th.
At the plate, the
2 down, nobody on.
Erica Johnson.
And Erica Johnson will stand in. 3-0 walk on here in the 4th inning. Johnson had an RBI ground out in the first. Ground ball to short, and Peyton Jurlid. She'll pick it up and throw on to first base for the out. 3 pitches get rid of the Indians here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the 5th. It is Decorah trailing Waukon 3-0. Outside of the first inning, it's been pretty even Steven softball, but the Vikes had an opportunity in the first inning, ended up leaving 2 runners on. Waukon ended up scoring 3 runners in the bottom of the first inning, and that has been the difference thus far. Indians lead at 3-0. As we go to the top of the 5th inning, it'll be Leighton Eady, Riley Hubka, and Lauren Eggert trying to get something going for Decorah. Stahlberger reached on an error in the 4th inning. She ended up getting doubled up. So Meyer has faced the minimum in 3 of the 4 innings. When Stahlberger reached that ended a string of 8 in a row retired by Meyer. Leighton Eady looks at the first pitch low from Thea Meyer. 1 ball, no strikes. Eady grounded back to Meyer in the second inning. Each team with 2 hits. Waukon with the lone error. They lead the stat. That counts 3-0 ground ball towards short, and Schwartz will pick it up and throw to first base to retire Eady. And 1 down here in the 5th inning. 1 down, nobody on for Riley Hupka, who flew out to center his first time up. Hupka now 1 for 12 on the season. And she'll smack one into center field on a base hit. So Riley gets her 2nd hit of the season and the Vikings' 3rd hit of the night. 1 on, 1 out for Lauren Eggert, who grounded to short to end the second, 0 for 1. Decorah now leading the hits column 3-2. The pitch outside, snap throw to first base, back to the bag. Diving is Hupka. 1 ball, no strikes. One-0. Caught the corner on the changeup, outside edge. 1 ball, 1 strike. Meyer wheels and deals the 1-1 outside again. 2 balls, 1 strike on Eggert with Monteith waiting her turn on deck. 2-1 delivery swung on, hit towards second. Backhand attempt there by Wasson was unsuccessful. It caroms into shallow center field. Hupka's going to make it to third. So it'll be first and third with 1 down as Wasson unable to come up with that ball. Hupka will be the first Decorah runner to make it to third base. And the courtesy runner for Decorah will be Katie Nimrod. Nimrod at first, Hupka at third, 1 down, 5th inning. A 3-0 lead for Waukon, and the batter is Riley Monteith, who struck out swinging her first time up. Riley yet to have a hit this season. This would be a good time to get off the schneid. Frank Olson reporting the change to the walk-on bench. For the life of me, I don't know why it takes 5 minutes to report a courtesy runner, but and apparently Frank Olson has found something up in the lineup card or the scorebook. Not really sure what's going on. It seems elementary on the surface, but we're not a part of the conversation down there. Walk-on assistant coach and Joe O'Neill talking to Frank Olson and Randy Iverson. Alex Hable, who does the book for Decorah, is out there with Decorah's book. Can't imagine what the issue is, but hey, again, as we said, we're not down there. When we do resume play, it'll be Monteith the due hitter, but actually this will be a pinch hitter. The pinch hitter Or actually, it won't be. I'm sorry. I didn't know if that was what all the confusion is. But that was 2.5 minutes we won't get back the rest of our lives. Pitch a strike. Nimrod takes off. Throw to second base. Goes into center field. Hupka will score. Nimrod will move to third. It's a 3-1 ball game. Nimrod stole second after Monteith took a strike. The throw from the catcher Stock sneaked into center field. That allowed Hupka to score. Nimrod never stopped. She moved up to third base on the play. It's 0-1 on Riley Monteith. Monteith, the tying run for Decorah at the plate. 0-1 delivery, bunted foul, third base side, so it's no balls and 2 strikes now. Top of the order, and Peyton Jurlett on deck as the Vikes finally on the scoreboard. And sometimes when your offense is struggling, you have to try stuff like that, and it worked for Decorah. 0-2 delivery. Outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. 1 out single by Hupka. Eggert reaching on the error. That allowed Hupka to get to third and a well-executed double steal for Decorah. Here's ground ball foul. Third base side. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes on Riley Monteith. Decorah leading the hit column 3-2. Indians 2 errors helping score the initial run of the game for Decorah here in the 5th. The pitch swung on a fly ball into shallow left field. A step onto the outfield grass in fair territory. The shortstop Schwartz makes the catch right on the foul line for the second out here in the 5th.
Stepping up to the plate,
It'll be up to Peyton Jurlett to keep this inning going. Jurlett flew out to center in the first, grounded to second in the third. A 3-1 lead for Waukon as we play the top half of the 5th inning. First one to Jurlett rolled foul, third base side. I tell you what, it was fielded right near the line there by Benzing. Almost like it hit a pebble and had the opportunity to carry him back into fair territory. Don't think they would have gotten Jurlett if it was a fair ball, but I don't think Nimrod would have had a chance to score either. The 0-1 delivery is outside. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike on Jurlett. 3-1 Indians. Vikes finally on the board here in the top half of the 5th inning. One. Off the end of that roller towards third, picked up there by Benzing. She'll throw to the plate, too late. Jurlett, infield hit, and the Vikes pull within 3-2. Was off the end of the bat and slowly hit. Realistically, Benzing's only play was to the plate. She threw a strike to Stock, but it was too late to get Nimrod. It's now a 3-2 ball game, and the tying run on base for Decorah.
At bat number 1, Lexi Leuenberger.
Lexi Leuenberger, the batter, singled to right in the first, struck out swinging in the third. A 3-2 lead for Waukon here in the top of the 5th inning. First pitch high, runner goes, throw down to second base is in time. A sliding snag and a sliding tag from Allie Schwartz, fielding the 1-hop throw from
2 runs on 2 hits, 2 errors.
the catcher Bethany Stock. So 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 errors, nobody left. We are 4.5 done. It's Waukon leading 3-2. Vikes able to score 2 in the top half of the 5th inning to pull within a run. Since a rocky start to the game, Annika Vanderkroll has settled down nicely. She has faced the minimum in the last 3 innings as well. The only blemish was the leadoff walk to Schwartz in the third, but she ended up getting doubled up on a double play.
Now batting for the Indians, the left fielder, number 12, Katie Curran.
Katie Current starts things here in the bottom of the 5th inning. She grounded to short in the second, 0 for 1. First pitch low and in from Vanderkroll. Vanderkroll has retired 5 in a row since that leadoff walk to Schwartz back in the third. The 1-0 in there for a strike as Current was taken all the way. Vanderkroll wheels and deals the 1-1. Rolled foul, third base side, so it's 1 ball, 2 strikes now. If you can get out of this inning unscathed, you do have 2, 3, and 4 due in the 6th inning for Decorah. One-two delivery, swung on a looper toward short, over a leaping Jurlet and into left center field for a base hit. So Current gets the 3rd hit of the night for Waukon. It's the 3rd time in 5 frames that the leadoff runner of an inning has reached. Runner at first, nobody out for Dina Schlitter, who struck out swinging on 3 pitches back in the 2nd inning.
Dina Schlitter.
Schlitter, the right-hand hitter against the right-hander Vanderkroll. First pitch bunted through by Schlitter. Current was off the bag, and Eggert kind of ran towards first base to get her to dive back in. No balls, 1 strike count. The 0-1 delivery bunted through by Schlitter once again, so it's no balls and 2 strikes now. So we'll see if Coach O'Neill keeps the bunt on in this situation. 3-2 Waukon, bottom of the 5th. The 0-2 delivery swinging a foul back to the screen. So we'll stay put at no balls, 2 strikes on Schlitter. Current at first with nobody out. The 0-2 again, swinging a pop-up foul right side, not a play. So it's no balls, 2 strikes yet on Schlitter. Vanderkroll ready. 0-2 delivery outside for 1 ball, 2 strikes now with Nicole Barron, the number 9 hitter in the walk-on lineup, waiting her turn on deck. Indians leading by a single tally. The 1-2 taken on the inside edge for strike 3 called. So Vanderkroll gets her 2nd strikeout. Schlitter the victim both times. 1 on, 1 out for Nicole Barron,
Number 3,
who popped to 3rd in the 2nd 0 for 1. First pitch to Barron, the slap hitter. A slap on attempt rolls foul, 3rd base side. So it's no balls and 1 strike on Barron. Oh, 1 delivery. Bunted third base side. Caught there by Leighton Eady. She'll throw to first with Stahlberger covering the bag for a double play. Barron tried to bunt. Eady made the play. Stahlberger snuck behind Current to erase the base runner. 1 hit, nobody left, 5 complete. Vikes up by a 3-2 margin.
Now batting number 1.
Decorah got 2 runs offensively in the top of the 5th inning. The defense kept the positivity going as Leuenberger smacks one towards first, and Schlitter able to make the play on the well-hit ball by Leuenberger. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 6th inning.
Stepping up to the plate, the second baseman, number
Leuenberger
6,
was at the plate when Jurlet was caught stealing to end the 5th. Leuenberger singled to right in the 1st and struck out swinging in the 3rd. Stahlberger looks at a strike from Meyer. No balls and 1 strike. Neither of the runs that Meyer has given up have been earned. Stahlberger singled to left in the 1st, reached on an error in the 4th. The pitch swung on foul just to the left of the 3rd base bag, so it's no balls and 2 strikes. Shelby officially 3 for 6, but if you take into account walks and errors, she's been up 9 times and has reached base 6 times. Her first games were last Tuesday night against Cresco. And Decorah has not played since that time. 0-2 delivery sails high for 1 ball, 2 strikes on Stahlberger with Edie to follow. Decorah trailing 3-2 here in the top of the 6th inning. 3-3 for Waukon, 2-4 for Decorah. As the pitch swung on, popped up third base side. Foul territory, running grab made by the third baseman Benzing for the second out here in the 6th inning. So 2 down, nobody on, and the batter is Matty Edie. 3-2 Waukon.
Number 2, Matty Edie.
Edie into a forced play in the first inning and popped to second in the second. First pitch inside edge for a strike, 0-1. This is Vikings Radio, 1240 KDEC Decorah and KDECradio.com. Darren Swenson from Waukon. Next pitch outside to Matty Edie. 1 ball, 1 strike. Waukon leading Decorah in Northeast Iowa Conference softball tonight, 3-2. Indians scoring their 3 runs in the first inning, 2 in the 5th inning for Decorah. As the pitch goes low to Matty Edie. 2 balls, 1 strike. It was an RBI ground out by Reagan Wasson, an RBI single by Madison Snitker, and an RBI ground out by Erica Johnson to get Waukon's runs in the first inning. It was a throwing error and an RBI single by Peyton Jurlid to get Decorah's runs in the 5th. There's ground ball up the middle, past a lunging Schwartz and into center field for a base hit. So Matty Edie reaches with a 2-out single here in the 6th inning. And Haley Neerling will bat for Tess Olinger here. Neerling will pinch hit. She had 2 home runs in the JV game tonight. Olinger had fouled out and struck out previously. Neerling on the varsity this year is 4 for 15. I believe Decorah will also have a pinch runner here. That will be Harley McCabe. McCabe running for Edie.
Harley McCabe. Now batting number 24, Haley Neerling.
And Haley Neerling will stand in from the right-hand side of the plate against Meyer. So a freshman running at first and a sophomore at the plate trying to get Decorah back into this one. They trail it 3-2. The pitch swing and a pop-up foul down the right field line and out of play. No balls, 1 strike. Neerling representing the go-ahead run. Decorah trailing 3-2 here in the top of the 6th inning. The pitch high and outside, so 1 ball, 1 strike count. A ball and a strike and the 1-1. Swinging a foul back to the screen. It was a changeup in on the hands and Neerling fouled it off. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. McCabe at first, Neerling at the plate, 2 down here in the top of the 6th. The pitch ground ball wide of third and foul, so we'll do it again at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Late and Edie hoping for a turn on deck. An inning ago, Decorah got a 2-out run on an RBI single by Peyton Jurlid. Vikes looking for some more 2-out magic here as Meyer throws outside. And now it is 2 balls, 2 strikes on Haley Neerling. Deuce is wild on the Decorah pinch hitter. Waukon leading 3-2 here in the 6th. Pitch low and inside, so now it's 3 balls, 2 strikes, and McCabe will be moving at first. 3-2 the count. Meyer to the pitcher's plate, and a ground ball into left field and a base hit. McCabe will put the brakes on at second base. First and second, 2 down here in the 6th. And the batter will be Leighton Eady. Out of the first base dugout will come Joe O'Neill. And I think Tess Olinger will re-enter the game at first base for Haley Neerling. And she will. Neerling gets the single, and Olinger will run for her. Tying run at second, go-ahead run at first. Coach O'Neill out in the pitching circle talking to the infield and battery.
Now batting for the Vikings, the first baseman, number 13, Leighton Eady.
McCabe second, Olinger first. Leighton Eady is 0 for 2. Grounded to the pitcher in the second and grounded to short in the 5th. A 3-2 lead for Waukon as we play the top half of the 6th inning. First pitch low and in to Leighton Eady. 1 ball, no strikes. Waukon definitely used to playing these close games. Of the 9 games that they have played to this point, 6 have been decided by 3 runs or less, and 3 have been decided by 1 run. And they are 3-0 in 1-run games. 1-0 high. 2 balls, no strikes to count. Decorah with 6 hits and Waukon with 3. The Vikes just need to get that timely one here. The 2-0 inside again. It's 3 balls, no strikes on Leighton Eady. Riley Hubka waiting for a turn on deck. Harley McCabe representing the tying run, running for Maddie Eady at second as the pitch inside corner for a strike. It's now 3-1 on Leighton Eady. Decorah yet to play a 1-run game this year. The pitch swung on, a looper towards right center field. It'll land for a base hit. McCabe is coming to the plate. She will score. Up to third goes Olinger on a game-tying RBI single by Leighton Eady. We're tied at 3. McCabe scores on the RBI single. Olinger moves to third. Eady at first, and Riley Hubka will be the batter. She flew out to center in the 2nd inning and started the 2-run rally with the 5th, or in the 5th, with a single to center. She also came around and scored. So now the go-ahead run at third, and the cherry on top run at first for Decorah as Hubka swings and misses at the first offering. No balls and 1 strike on Hubka. All of the damage happening with 2 outs. 3 straight singles by Eady, Neerling, and Leighton Eady. The pitch low in from Meyer. Snap throw to third base. Back to the bag standing is Olinger. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. One and one. Little roller third base side, but they rule it a foul ball as the home plate umpire Frank Olson threw the hands up right away. So now it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Meyer trying to get out of the headache the Indians do have. The top of the order coming up. Here's Hubka. Hits a slow roller towards third. Meyer picks it up, throws to first base, but late. Olinger will score. Stopping at third will be Leighton Eady, and the Vikings have taken a 4-3 lead. Riley Hubka didn't hit it far, but hit it away from the defense enough to allow Meyer's throw to be late. That scored Olinger with the go-ahead run. Leighton Eady moved to third. You put the ball in play and good things happen. And that's been the case here tonight as Decorah with a pair of deuces in the 5th and the 6th inning. And they take their first lead of the night, 4-3. And Lauren Eggert will try to keep the fun going. 4 straight singles with 2 outs here in the 6th.
Number 12, Lauren Eggert.
Eggert grounded to short in the 2nd, reached on an error in the 5th as the pitch goes high. 1 ball, no strikes. Hubka the runner at first, and Leighton Eady the runner at third. A 4-3 lead for Decorah here in the 6th. The pitch low and in, and it hit Eggert. So that's a dead ball. So Lauren will move to first base on the hit by pitch. Hubka will move to second. Leighton Eady forced to stay at third. And Katie Nimrod will get Eggert's courtesy at first base. Now Riley Monteith, who popped to short in the 5th, after striking out swinging in the 3rd, will be the batter. Bases loaded, 2 in, 2 down, 6th inning. Decorah leading 4-3.
Now batting for the Vikings, number 7, Riley Monteith.
Riley Monteith 0 for 2. Looking for that first hit of the season, and boy, this would be a great time to get it. Ground ball toward short, bobbled there by Schwartz. Everybody's going to be safe. Decorah adds another, and they lead it 5-2. Again, Monteith puts it in play. Reaches on the 4th error of the night for the Indians. A 3 spot here in the 5th, and the margin is 2 for Decorah. And Peyton Jurlid becomes the 9th batter of the inning.
Number 9, Peyton Jurlid.
Jurlid 1 for 3. First pitch outside. It gets by the catcher Stock. Down the line from third comes Hubka. She will score to make it 6-3. The other runners move up 60 as well as Nimrod goes to third and Monteith down to second. And now Coach Joe O'Neill will change pitchers as Meyer will be replaced by Leslie Severson. We'll tell you more about the new pitcher here in a moment. Decorah leading 6-3 here in the top of the 6th inning. Leslie Severson comes in for Waukon, a junior right-hander. She'll inherit a 2nd and 3rd 2-out situation. Decorah has scored 4 runs with 2 outs here in the 6th inning. It's a 1-0 count on Peyton Jurlid. Jurlid flew out to center in the 1st, grounded to second in the 3rd, and had an RBI single to left in the 5th. Severson making her 5th appearance, 3rd out of the bullpen, 0-1, 6.42 ERA. Next pitch outside to Jurlid, 2 balls and no strikes. 12 innings, 23 hits, 11 earned runs, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts for the junior Severson. Decorah leading 6-3 here in the 6th as Jurlid hits a roller right in front of the plate. Underhand toss from the pitcher Severson to the plate, not in time, as Nimrod scores the 5th tally of the inning, and it's a 7-3 lead for Decorah. So that's the 2nd infield hit RBI for Decorah here in the 6th. A couple of balls that might have been hit a total of 25 feet. Gets 2 runs home for Decorah. Lexi Leuenberger will start things here in the 6th, or continue things here in the 6th inning. She started it by lining out to first base and Schlitter. Change up for a strike, 0-1 from Severson. That run is charged to Meyer, who has now given up 7 runs and 4 of them earned. The 0-1 swung on, looper out into right field, and it'll land for a base hit. Scoring is Monteith. Moving to third is Jurlid. As the throw goes to third, moving up to second is Leuenberger. The throw is wild. Jurlid will score. It is now a 9-3 lead for Decorah. So Leuenberger with a single to right. The right fielder Snitker threw to third, but the throw was well high. That allowed Jurlid to score. Monteith
Shelby Stahlberger
scores as well. And that'll close the book on Meyer as Shelby Stahlberger stands in for Decorah. Vikings now with a 6-run lead, 7 runs, all with 2 outs here in the 6th inning. Stahlberger looks the first one outside. 1 ball, no strike. She's 1 for 3, but she's been on base twice. The pitch, a strike, it's 1-1. Shelby singled to left in the 1st inning, reached on an error in the 4th, and fouled to third in the 5th. 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 down. 9-3 Decorah. Pitch in there for a strike, and it's 1-2 now. One-two, swinging a foul back to the screen. Bit of a riser, outside edge. And that one hit back to the screen by Stahlberger. Jurlid's run is going to be charged to Severson, and it's an unearned run. Pitch to Stahlberger, low and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count now. Indian defense hasn't helped them out at all tonight with 4 errors. 2-2 the count with 2 down. The pitch, swing and a little roller up the third base side. Picked up there by Benzing. Throws to first base late. Moving up to third on the play is Leuenberger. Another infield hit for Decorah. Of the 11 batters in this inning, 4 have gotten on base by not hitting the ball out of the infield. And Maddie Edie now re-enters the game. She is 1 for 3. She was ran for earlier this inning as the pitch goes low to Edie. 1 ball, no strikes. Edie into a force play in the 1st, popped to second in the 4th, singled, and Haley McCabe scored for her in the 6th. Pitch in there for a strike, 1-1. Maddie is the 12th batter of the inning for Decorah. They lead it by a 9-3 margin. All 7 runs in this frame, scoring with 2 outs. Ground ball towards second, slowly hit. Picked up there by Wasson. Throw to first base. And on a bang-bang play, Maddie Edie retired. But the Vikes able to score 7 runs on 7 hits, helped out by 2 walk-on errors and 2 runners left. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Decorah leads it by a 9-3 margin. Annika Vanderkroll goes to the circle with a lead for the first time tonight. In her last 4 innings, she has faced the minimum.
Starting things off for the Indians.
Schwartz doubled to
Allie Schwartz
right and scored in the 1st and walked in the 3rd. So Schwartz will try to start a rally for walk-on. They trail it 9-3, getting out hit 11-3. Here's a blooper towards shallow center field. It'll land in front of Lexi Leuenberger for a base hit. So Schwartz reaches for the 3rd time tonight. Runner at first, nobody out. 6-run advantage for Decorah. Reagan Wasson, the batter. RBI ground out in the 1st inning and popped to short in the 3rd. She is 0 for 2 officially as Vanderkroll throws high. It's 1 ball, no strikes. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning of a 9-3. Decorah leads 7 2-out runs in the top half of this frame for Decorah. Pitch swung on, popped up, foul. Right side and out of play, so it's 1 ball, 1 strike on Reagan Wasson. Vanderkroll has given up 4 hits, 3 runs. All have been earned. Knock on wood, the Vikings have played errorless ball tonight. Swinging a foul back to the screen, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Decorah in their first 5 games has committed 22 errors. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count in the pitch. Down and in. Ball got away briefly from Eggert, but no go at first base from Schwartz, and it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two. Down and in, runner goes. Eggert had trouble getting it out of her glove. Fires down to second, but too late to get Schwartz, who steals her second base of the night. She's in scoring position with nobody out, and a 3-2 count now on Reagan Wasson. 3-2 ground ball to short, and Peyton Jurlich will pick it up, throw on to first base for the first out. Schwartz will move up to third on the play. 1 down here in the 6th inning. As Wasson now 0 for 3.
Stepping up.
Runner at third, 1 down. Kaylee Benzing now for Waukon. She walked and scored in the first, grounded to second in the third. A 9-3 lead for Decorah. We play the bottom half of the 6th inning. Vanderkroll looking for her second win in the circle. As the pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. She got the win on opening night against Lansing Key. 0-1 delivery, low. It got away from Eggert a bit. Schwartz snuck down the line a bit, and Eggert picked up the ball and chased her back to third as Schwartz dove back to the bag. 1 ball, 1 strike, the count. 9-11-0 for Decorah, 3-4-5 for the Indians. Pitch at the letters taken for a strike, and it's 1-2. Decorah, the lone team to beat Key High, and they were ranked number 4 in the Class 1A poll last week. The 1-2 delivery swung on, hit up the middle and past Vanderkroll. It sneaks out into center field after caroming off the second base bag. It'll be a single for Benzing as Schwartz comes home. And it's a 9-4 ball game now as Benzing reaches for the second time tonight. Vanderkroll a whisker away from corralling that one. Didn't happen after it got by Vanderkroll. It hit the second base bag and got out to center field as Bethany Stock flew one into right field. Retreating on it is Tess Olinger. She'll backpedal and make the grab about 20 feet in front of the right field fence for the second out of the inning. So 2 down, runner at first, 1 in. 9-4 Decorah leads it, and the batter is Madison Snitker. RBI single in the first, grounded to third in the 4th. Vanderkroll delivers, pitch swung on, popped up left side. Riley Monteith near the third base bag will make the catch from her third base position, and that's that here in the 6th inning. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left. 7th inning we go. Decorah leads at 9-4. Decorah leads it by a 9-4 margin. 7 runs with 2 outs in the 6th inning has given Decorah a 9-4 lead. Olinger starts things here in the 7th, hits one on the ground toward short, fielded there by Schwartz. She'll throw across the diamond to retire Olinger. And there's 1 down here in the 7th inning, and the batter will be Leighton Eady. The RBIs in that 6th inning, Leighton Eady, Riley Hubka, another run reaching on an error. Jurlit an RBI single, and Leuenberger with an RBI single as Leighton Eady looks at a strike, 0-1. Another one reaching on a throwing error, and in fact 2 runs scored on errors that inning as the pitch swung on and fouled back as Eady just missed the changeup, and it's 0-2. A 5-run lead for Decorah as they try to snap a 4-game losing streak. Waukon scored the first 3 in this game as the pitch goes inside to Leighton Eady. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 4 of their first 5 base runners reached. 3 of them ended up scoring, but since that time, Annika Vanderkrol has thrown very well as Eady fouls it back to the screen. So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes now. One and 2 with 1 down. The pitch changeup popped up on the infield. Allie Schwartz near the second base bag from her shortstop position makes the catch, and there's 2 down here in the 7th inning. 2 down, nobody on for Riley Hubka, who at this time has the go-ahead RBI for Decorah. She's 2 for 3 on the night, came in with 1 hit on the season. She's got 2 tonight. As Riley looks at the first pitch outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Hubka flew out to center in the 2nd, singled and scored in the 5th. Singled, knocked in a run, and scored herself in the 6th inning. Ground ball to short. Schwartz picks it up to her left, throws over to first base to retire Hubka. And the Vikes go quietly in the 7th inning. 3 up, 3 down. Vikes will try to close it out next. They lead it by a 9-4 margin. Bottom of the 7th inning. Decorah out hitting Waukon 11-5. Waukon out erroring Decorah 5-0. Vikes with a 5-run advantage in the stat that counts, 9-4 as we start things in the bottom of the 7th inning. Annika Vanderkrol, 5 hits given up, 3 runs all earned. She's walked 3. She has struck out 2. And the first pitch swung on, popped up right side, angling into foul ground. Now back into fair ground is Leighton Eady, but she drops the ball halfway between home plate and first base, and that'll be the first error of the night for Decorah. Reaching is Johnson. An E3 puts Johnson on board, and Katie Current, who is 1 for 2, will be the batter. First pitch, swing and a foul at the plate. No balls and 1 strike. Current grounded to short in the 2nd and singled to left in the 5th. Indians with a 5-run mountain to climb and 3 outs to play with. The 0-1 delivery, ground ball toward short. Jurlad's going to pick it up and fire over to first base. High throw snagged, though, by Leighton Eady. And there is 1 down here in the 7th inning with Johnson moving up to 2nd on the plate.
At bat for the Indians, number 4, Emily Hommel.
And Emily Hommel, who appeared as a courtesy runner earlier in the game, will now bat for Dina Schlitter, who had struck out twice. Hommel 2 for 4 on the varsity this year with a triple. Indians now with 5 hits. Decorah with 11. A 9-4 lead for Decorah. Hommel looks the first one inside. It got away from Egger to her left, so moving up 60 feet will be Johnson. So 1 ball and no strikes to count, with a runner at 3rd and 1 down for Waukon. 1-0 delivery, swung on a ground ball towards 3rd, picked up there by Monteith. She'll throw across the diamond to get the out. Johnson's going to come home and score. 2 down here in the 7th inning. Good job there by Monteith, getting that sure out and not worrying about what in essence was a meaningless run. I think another pinch hitter coming to the plate for
In the bat for the Indians, number 22, Emma Johnson.
Waukon to be their last hope. It's Emma Johnson who will bat for Nicole Barron. It's a 9-5 lead for Decorah. Again, Vikings with 7 2-out runs in the 6th inning. The difference in this game: Emma Johnson 1 for 16, and she has struck out 10 times this year. She's the last hope for the Indians for the moment, who trail it by 4. Johnson loops 1 foul. First base side, not a play. It's no balls and 1 strike. Barron was 0 for 2 with a couple of pop-ups. And the next offering goes inside. In fact, it hits Johnson. So now the top of the order coming up for Waukon as Johnson reaches first base. I believe Nicole Barron will re-enter the game and run for her. Barron will be at first after Johnson earns her way on.
At the plate for the Indians, the shortstop, number 14, Allie Schwartz.
A runner at first, 2 down and 1 in here in the 7th inning. A 9-5 lead for Decorah. Allie Schwartz has been on base all 3 times tonight. First pitch swung on, fly ball, right field, Olinger under it. She makes the catch, and that's a Viking victory. Decorah comes from behind to defeat the Waukon Indians 9-5 tonight. 9 runs, 11 hits, 1 error, and 4 left for Decorah. 5 runs, 5 hits, 5 errors, and 2 left for Waukon. Annika Vanderkrol gets the win, giving up 5 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned. 3 walks and 1 strikeout. She is now 2-2 on the season. Thea Meyer, the losing pitcher for Waukon, she is now 3-4. So Decorah improves to 2-4 overall, 1-4 in conference play. Waukon drops to 4-6 overall, and 1-4 in conference play. Many people to thank for making the broadcast possible. First and foremost, our advertisers, the good sports-minded people who helped us bring the game wherever you were tonight. Without their help, this coverage would not be possible. So as always, we encourage you to support the businesses who support local high school sports. And lastly, and most importantly, we thank you, that's right, you, the listener, for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Viking fans, we know you enjoyed the outcome. Final score at 9-5, Decorah wins here tonight.